Minneapolis, where we have had a possible tornado come through. You can see a lot of damage and folks coming together just trying to assess it all. Unfortunately, we've had reports of one fatality and about 22 people injured. And certainly as you look around, a lot of damage, trees snapped off, covering the roadways, and authorities are asking people to avoid traveling in these areas north of Minneapolis as the emergency vehicles try to get through that area.
Yeah, even across the border up towards Wisconsin, reports of some tornadoes again around Winnebago doing some damage. And yeah, it's not just the Minneapolis area, the upper Midwest, much of the Midwest under the gun right now for severe weather, including Joplin, Missouri.
And unfortunately, we have seen quite a bit of damage there. Our great tornado hunt crew, they are located in Joplin, right near a hospital that seems to have been hard hit. And Mike, what are you looking at right now?
Well, unfortunately, firefighters are on the scene now of just a neighborhood that's been destroyed. Been talking to some of the neighbors here. Unfortunately, they're just trying to find their neighbors. They're trying to find their friends. Firefighters are near a home here. They're trying, I believe, to find a woman that's trapped underneath there. They're not sure if she's made it or not. They're trying to push everybody back here. I think they're just on the scene trying to just get through some of the debris here. You can see how extensive it is. Were you guys able to find anybody? Are you?
No, well, not down here. We came down here just to see what was up.
Have you been able to? I mean, can you get even into any of that debris?
No, but we did up there a whole bunch.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, up on 20 or on Connor and back. We've been pretty much all right.
Okay, good. But obviously we've got a tragic scene that's unfolding. Some of the homes have been just flattened off their foundation completely here. Firefighters are on the scene. They've got a task on their hands this evening. They're going. I mean, they've just got crowbars and axes and sledgehammers going through the debris, trying to free people if they can, just trying to locate people that may be missing at this time. But we're told by, you can see up here, we were told by neighbors that there's a man in there that they know he was home at the time. He hasn't been accounted for yet. They're trying to sift through the debris, try to find him, see if we can get up there and lend him a hand. But there's damage in Joplin, Missouri, just about everywhere you look, and you would just scan the landscape here. Most of the trees have been debarked or just completely flattened and leveled here. These are big trees too. Most of the vehicles here are all damaged and complete losses. And you can see even big, large structures, even off in the distance, they've got damage to that. There's the hospital right there, it's still on fire. Back behind, we've got another still blaze that's been burning there for at least an hour now. So I just. Boy, it's just tragic to see what has happened here. And they just need medical assistance. They need firefighters. They need first responders. They need nurses. They need doctors in Joplin right now. Significant number of injuries. And people are just frantic at this point, trying to help any way they can. It's a devastating scene, Paul. I've never witnessed anything firsthand like this soon after something like a tornado has touched down. And it is really tragic to see. We were on this tornado and we were following it. Large multi-vortex tornado is what was reported. We couldn't get visual on it. The rain was so heavy, the hail was so strong, we couldn't have been more than maybe a half a mile from it as it came through Joplin. As we followed right in behind it, we were very lucky not to get caught in it. But this is the tragic result of Mother Nature, unfortunately. Are you okay, sir? Do you need any help?
We can't find Larry, my neighbor, in the house next door.
Which home is it? Right here?
No, it's
beyond that one?
Well, my house is the yellow house. I went up giant house way up here on the corner. We had to crawl out of the basement. That was a huge 3-story.
Everyone in your home okay?
I ran up there 2 minutes before it hit. I'm in the yellow house. It's gone through. We can't find Larry next door.
How big a home is it? Is it a 2-story home or?
Yeah.
Can we help you out? All right, we're coming. All right, we'll come. Which are we going to here? Right here?
Right.
Yeah, we'll give you some help.
See that?
We'll watch your step. Watch your step. Okay. We'll proceed. Obviously, Paul, Kelly, we're going to try to help this gentleman out, find his neighbors. So this is his. So you're in the yellow home, right? It's his home.
That's my house. Those are my what's kind of left.
Where's your neighbor? Where can we look for? Do you know that he's home?
He was home. When they said the tornado was right out there.
Oh no! We're hearing word now that they're expecting an explosion at the hospital. We're very close to it, so we're going to back up from that a little bit. That's the hospital right there. Just getting word now from the.
I ran to Perry's house and we got in the basement. That is a huge, huge house. It's half sitting in the street, and we had to dig out of the basement of that house.
Where can we go? Where can we start? We have to be careful. People are now evacuating near the hospital. There's going to be a threat of an explosion. They fear now that volatile chemicals and oxygen, and of course they have generators back there as well. So we're not exactly sure what's going on there, but we're hearing now. Our engineers are telling us here with our crew that they are anticipating an explosion at the hospital, moving people away right now. So,
Look at that, the windows.
but you can see just how destroyed it is. We're gonna try to help you find your neighbor
This is
here.
200 mile an hour.
Is this his home right here?
This is Larry's house.
Do you happen to know where he may have been in the home?
Incredible pictures there. Out of
Watch your step there.
That's Mike Bettis on the Great Turtle Hunt and doing what he can to help residents of that area trying to recover from this. And speaking of firsthand knowledge of going to the aftermath of a tornado, it is definitely it's a humbling sight. I can imagine what he's going through. I've been there hours after, but he's there literally minutes, if not seconds, after a large tornado. And again, a heads up, we're still dealing with the risk of this tornado still on the ground. It is also reportedly heavily rain wrapped, so you cannot see this. So if your county is under a warning, you need to get underground. You see the devastation.
All right, stay with us as we continue our severe weather coverage here on the Weather Channel.